I'll see your 5 pennies, and I'll raise you 8.
8? I don't know if I have 8. Okay. 3.
I'm sorry it took so long, but I had a couple of patients that I had to make arrangements for at the hospital.
Well, your kid is practically wiping me out here.
Yeah, I started to warn you about that. Young man, I think it's about time you went back to bed.
Oh, but I was just about to hit him with the straight flush.
From the feel of your forehead, you're getting the flush yourself. Come on.
But it's boring up there, Doc Rick.
Well, just as soon as Mr. Brock and I finish talking, I will come up and we'll continue this game, okay?
Oh, no, you already know what I have.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd forget. I got there.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye, Mike.
Bye, Mr. Brock.
It's a great kid you got there.
Thank you. I think he is myself.
He thinks the world of you, too.
I like to feel that we have a very good father-son relationship.
It seems that way. Anyway, let's get down to what we're going to talk about, all right?
Fire away.
Now, the way I look at it, this Delice problem is a major headache for the both of us.
Well, so far, I agree.
Now, I think we have more important things to worry about than the Delice thing. So what I have done, I've replaced the seamer. So what do you say you let me reopen the plant?
Mr. Brock, what happened to the discussion about all of the old machinery?
I will replace all the machinery, one by one. That way I can raise the money gradually and I won't go into hock.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brock, that is far too dangerous.
But I already said that I will replace all the machinery, gradually.
That still allows the possibility of contamination from the pieces of equipment that have not been replaced.
Oh, come on.
We either replace all the equipment or the place stays shut.
Look, I am trying to compromise here.
There is no compromise when you're talking about botulism and people's lives.
Why are you so damn self-righteous?
I am doing my job as Commissioner of Health, and that's it.
You're really feeling the power now, aren't you?
Oh, it has nothing to do with this.
Oh, don't tell me. I know a power play when I see it. You think everything is in your corner. Well, I got news for you, Buster. I got news for you. It ain't gonna stay that way.
Is that a threat, Mr. Brock?
I'm just telling you a fact of life, Buster. This ain't the last that you've heard of this.
Bartender.
You trying to set a record, pal?
That's it to you.
Look, just don't start anything, okay?
Eat. I was perfectly happy until you opened your big mouth. Just give me another drink, huh? Hey. I think if I wanted advice, I'd come to a dump like this.
Hey, Doc. Thanks for that medicine. I feel like a new person.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear things are working out for somebody.
But you know, I'm all out of that medicine, Doc.
I'm no longer a doctor.
You quit?
No, I didn't quit. They took away my license.
Oh, that spy stuff, huh?
Yeah, that's right. But don't you worry, Tilly. I'm going to see if I can get you another prescription.
Oh, gee, thanks, Doc. You know, Doc, you and me's in the same boat, kinda.
Hmm? How's that?
A couple of outsiders.
Bartender. Hey, I need another drink. Cheers.
I didn't expect you so early.
Neither did I.
I just known a little sooner, then maybe I could have been at the hospital myself today.
What?
Oh, Mikey's sick, and I didn't know where to reach you, and so I had to be here to take care of him.
So go to the hospital.
Amy, if I had just known sooner, I could have done that. It's a little late now.
Well, how was I supposed to?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to accuse you of anything.
Forget it.
What is it? What's wrong? Now, tell me.
I got fired from the band.
Well, what do you mean? When did that happen?
This morning, Blackie just did it for no reason at all.
Well, now, Blackie must have had some kind of reason, didn't he?
Yeah, Steffi.
Who is Steffi?
It was horrible. She's this horrible witch, and she's going to manage the band. And she never liked me. I was...
Amy, how does the rest of the band feel about that?
They don't even know. They were just telling me how much they liked having me in the band.
All right, then why? Why would Blackie do something like this?
Because Blackie is only interested in Blackie. And Steffi said that she wouldn't manage me if I was in the band. She never liked me.
Doesn't seem to say too much for Blackie's loyalty, does it?
Blackie has no sense of loyalty, Rick. Blackie is only interested in Blackie. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Whoa, now, wait a minute. Maybe this is all for the best. Really, think about it.
How do you figure?
Because your suspension at the hospital is almost over, and you'll be back to work very soon.
Well, that just gives me everything in the world to live for.
Honey, I know how much being in the band meant to you. I do. I really understand. But playing rock and roll, or being a nurse, no. Being a nurse is very worthwhile.
It has nothing to do with what's worthwhile. I want to be in that band.
Possibly it was just not meant to be.
Why not?
When you're back at the hospital and you're practicing as a nurse and you see people that have real problems, real people with real problems, I think maybe this will be very trivial to you.
The only person who has a problem is Parrish, and I'd give anything in the world to knock it right off of his shoulders.
I demand another drink.
You don't need another drink.
Hey, what I need and what I want don't have a lot to do with each other. I want another drink.
You already had enough to drink to float a battleship.
You know, that's got to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Do you have any idea how much liquor it would take to float a battleship?
Why don't you just go home and sleep it off, bud?
Look, as an American citizen, I am entitled to get just as drunk as I want.
Yeah, well, now, you're not really an American citizen, are you? You know, you're lucky I even let you drink in here.
Yeah, well, you're lucky to have somebody of my intelligence gracing this pit.
All right, that's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Hold it, I know the man, okay?
I wouldn't brag about it.
Hey, Grant. Don't you think you've had enough? Oh, Jimmy Lee, you know, I am really sick and tired of people trying to run my life for me. I know. But you are pretty drunk, man. Yeah. I'm gonna get drunker yet. Tell you what, why don't you let me take you and buy you a cup of coffee? Come on. Now, hey, first of all, I don't want any coffee. Second of all, I really don't want to go anywhere with you.
Hey, you want some help, boss?
Oh, what the hell is this, huh? A ranger to the rescue, huh? Come on, I'll take on everybody in the joint.
Hey, come on,
Richard,
Hey, back off, back off.
This man packs a wallop I know from experience. What do you say, Grant? Come on, let's get out of here. No. Hey, come on. I'm just gonna drive you home. Just take your hands off me and we'll be all right. Look, you are just gonna make things worse if you get in an accident. An accident. I'm gonna tell you something right now. An accident is about the best thing that could happen to me. Besides, I can drive myself. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm perfectly capable of driving myself.
All right, grab a hold of it.
There's a slippery spot there.
Yeah, right.
Hey, wait a second. I can get out of it myself.
All right, good.
Oh, boy. There, put your jacket.
All right, yeah. Guess what? You never guess what happened.
Oh, I think I know
Now,
what
this is one for the history books, pal. This is gonna go down in history. Can you believe this? Let me
Blackie,
tell
I'd
you.
like to talk
Let
to
me tell you. Pirelli signed me.
Pirelli.
Yeah, he's with this best agency in town, man. He gave me a contract and everything. Look at this.
Oh, then who is Steffi?
Oh, Amy told you about that, huh?
Yes, Amy told me a woman named Steffi told you to fire Amy.
I was gonna talk to you about it, but there was no time or anything. I just... Steffi works for Pirelli, right? And this is what happened. Pirelli said that you gotta have a male singer. You gotta fire Amy or I'm not gonna give you a contract.
And so you followed her orders just like that?
So what was I supposed to do, man? This is for the band. Oh, you know, if I dumped Amy, the band wouldn't get dumped.
Maybe it's the best thing in the world that happened to Amy, as far as she's concerned. But I happen to be very unhappy with the way that Blackie handled it.
Oh, sorry, but I don't go firing people every day. I'm not real experienced in the matter.
That's not what I'm talking about. It's hurting someone in your own family, in opposition to hurting someone else you don't even know.
I didn't mean to hurt her or anything. This is business. You understand that?
Well, I wonder just what exactly Mr. Pirelli will ask you in the future in the line of business. May I see your contract?
Yeah. I haven't really looked at it yet, but, you know.
Well, don't sign anything until you do look at it carefully.
I'm sure it's legit. You know, he's the biggest in town. This is great.
Blackie, from the sounds of this, you'd have to be on the road almost all the time.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready, though. This is...
I wonder about that. I mean, this thing is 100% commitment. I mean, 100%.
So?
So how are you going to keep up with your classes if you sign this?
See, I've been thinking about that a little bit.
Good.
And I think I'm going to take a leave of absence from school.
You're not thinking very carefully, Blackie. That's something you can forget about. I mean, forget it. Totally.
Doctor, we've had this talk already. Listen to me now. The band means a lot to me. It means everything to me. The band comes first, okay?
No, your education comes first.
Doctor, I can make my education up any time, all right? How many chances am I going to get to sign with the Pirelli agency? Don't you understand?
If you were so great and Mr. Pirelli feels that strongly about you, he'll hire you after you get your degree. 10
Doctor,
years
he's
from
going to
now.
forget about me by then. You know that.
Well, I'm glad you said it. Listen carefully to what you said. That's the kind of business you're going into.
Oh, come on.
Look, an education is something that you keep forever. You take it with you wherever you go.
Doctor, you're not going to stop me from this.
Blackie, all I want you to do is think about it.
I don't feel so good.
Mikey, I'll be right there. We're going to continue this conversation. Excuse me.
Amy.
I'm sure I don't know you.
Amy, let me talk to you a second. It's hard for me, all right? You don't understand. I'm sorry. Just try to understand. See it my way, all right?
That's okay. I was getting ready to quit anyway.
You were?
Mm-hmm. See, I'm going back to nursing because I want to do something worthwhile with my life. Rock and roll is for kids.
Rock. You know what? I think you're jealous, Amy. You're jealous because I'm going to be a big star and you're not.
We'll see who gets the last laugh, Mr. Big Shot. Why don't you just go ahead and quit school, okay? Because when your music career fails, you're going to be nothing.
I'm not going to fail, Amy. My music career's not failing.
Hey, would you stop fighting me, man?
Just get your hands off
In a minute. Come on, leave me alone.
Now, will you stop being so belligerent?
Oh, hello, darling.
He's a bit drunk.
Yes, I can see that.
See, don't be angry with me. I was just...
Why shouldn't I be, Grant? The least you could have done
Couch?
is ask me to go get drunk with you.
Really?
Yes, did you think I deserved to tie one on, too?
You're incredible.
I know.
Wait a second. What are we doing here, huh?
Lying down.
Oh, come on, I don't want to lie down. I want to have a little
Put your
conversation.
feet up.
See, here, you sit right next to me. We'll talk right
No,
now.
you go to sleep.
Oh, come on,
You
please.
go to sleep, Grant. Sleep.
I think the boy's a bit drunk.
What happened?
Well, I found him trying to get into a fight with a bartender at the Bucket of Blood.
He told me that he was going to go over and ask for his job back.
Oh, he did. And I gave it to him.
Well, then I don't see why he had to do this.
Well, I don't know. I think it had something to do with Robert and a guy named Jackson.
Jackson?
Uh-huh.
State Department?
We look like a government man. He said he wanted to talk to Grant.
What about?
I don't know. I left him alone when I came back. He was real down, so I told him to take the day off.
Oh. So, you went out and got drunk. Well, can't say as I quite blame him. It's just so much any man can take.
Well, he's had it pretty rough, I tell you.
You don't know the half of it.
Oh, I know about the other half. About the real Grant coming to town.
How do you know that?
Alan told me he spoke to him yesterday in a hotel room.
Oh, I don't believe it.
He said that this Grant looked exactly like the other Grant.
So now the entire Quartermain family probably knows.
Mm-hmm. Look, would you like me to help you take him upstairs or something?
No. No, I think I'll just let him sleep on the couch tonight.
Gonna punish him, hey?
Look, if he wakes up with a hangover tomorrow, which I'm sure he will, tell him that he doesn't have to come to work.
And accept another favor from you? No, I don't think so. I think he'll be back to work in the morning.
And don't be too rough on him. Just blowing off some steam.
I suppose.
I gotta go.
Thanks again, Jimmy Lee.
Just take care of him.